Baseball playoff, 702 Sports Style. Come join the show. Welcome again, and thank you for tuning back in to 702 Sports, featuring myself, Big Al, and my main man, JP. And we got Willie right in the back right there. Lovely Anise, let's get Willie.
What's up, guys?
Willie with the big Charger victory.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm only wearing winners this week.
We have a special guest, JP, right? Guest.
Yes, we do.
Right? From Best Buddies. The people who we love the most, Best Buddies. We have Nick, Skyler, and Rylee. And guess what, people? They are going to make a special drink for this Halloween season.
Oktoberfest.
Hard to
believe.
You know what I mean? They're going to make a special drink, and we're going to be talking about it later. But you can get this special drink at the Care Fair this weekend at the Care Complex, located not far from downtown, people. So it can't be that hard. Now, on to the show, if we may. The Aces are in the finals.
Yeah, they haven't lost. No losses. They've only lost 6 games all year, right? If you talk about regular season, undefeated, or so far not lost in the playoffs. So, and then we talked about at the beginning, just before the playoffs, we thought the Liberty was going to be who their toughest challenge. So bring it on.
We thought so much, but you know, JP said something that was so key. This is their 3rd time in 4 years in the finals. But the most important thing, America, is we're going for back-to-back. Back-to-back. We have not had back-to-back. And JP told me one thing too. Hockey starts next week, and VGK going for back-to-back. So, you know, we're extremely happy about that.
And the Aces, it was a tight game the last game. They didn't do so well on offense, kind of like that. But they used defense, so they were great on defense.
That's right. We have been great on defense. Asia Wilson, don't forget, Defensive Player of the Year. 2nd time, back-to-back. Now she's going up against Breanna Stewart, which to me, America, they just cheated our girl Asia. They did. You know what I mean? Asia Wilson was averaging 30 points a game in the last month of the year and putting up double-digit rebound. So, again, the rematch of the year, people. Rematch of the year. Finals. Aces, Liberty, number 1 versus number 2, Sunday at 12 o'clock, game 1 at the Michelob Ultra Arena.
All the games are sold out already. All the home games are already sold out.
Sold out?
Yep.
Whoa. Sold out? Sold out. What does that sound like? Sound like, yeah. Sounds like money, and watch out, money to be made. There's a siren. Money alert, money alert. All right, now, I want to go to MLB because the playoffs started yesterday. Okay, my Braves, my Yankees is out, but my Braves is in. All right, so.
Yeah, we had talked about Seattle. It was close, but they couldn't quite get it done.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
Because they were in the front runner-up, right? I'm trying to win the American League West. So the Dodgers have a bye, right? They're the 2nd overall seed. The Braves are the number 1 seed, okay? And Astros, who won the division in the last week, because the Texas Rangers slumped. But that's okay, because they pulled a great upset win yesterday by beating the Rays. Yep. Way to go, Texas.
4-0.
Way to go, Texas. 4-0. Thank you, JP. So today we have games that are rolling right now. I kind of don't want to get into that right now because the Rays are in desperate mode. This is the best out of 3. The best out of 3. So Texas upset the Rays. Rays have to win today. The Milwaukee Brewers, right, who won the NL Central, right, they must win because they got upset by the Snakes yesterday. Snakes is called Diamondbacks out here for anybody who's not from the West. So And here it is, the Phillies, the Fighting Phillies, that if you remember, they were in the World Series last year, right? And lost to Houston. But now they're at home. They beat the Marlins yesterday 4-1.
So as a Braves fan, are you afraid of Philly?
Yes, I am.
I heard that talked about a lot yesterday. There was a Braves fan on the radio saying that he wanted Philly. He wants a rematch. I
am so afraid of the Fighting Phillies because they were the team that knocked the Braves out of the playoffs 3-1. Damn you, JP.
No, I feel good. I think the Braves are going to win.
Really?
Yeah, I really feel it this year.
I got goosebumps on my goosebumps.
But we'll see. It's fun. It's playoffs. So.
It's playoffs. So, and the Twinkies. You remember the Twinkies when Mom used to pack our little lunch, right? She always threw a ho-ho in there or a Twinkies, right? The Twinkies are in, and like I said in the last segment, the Yankees aren't in because the Yankees have been beating the Twins.
I'm actually glad on that.
But the Twins did a good win yesterday. Yep. They beat the Blue Jays.
Yep.
And they beat the Blue Jays' best pitcher, Gausman. Yep. Right? And now the Twins got their best pitcher on the mound, Sonny Gray, which is coming on at 1:30 Pacific time today.
Yeah, it's an exciting time, and I love baseball playoffs. There's just something about October baseball.
Right on. See, I love that.
He likes baseball. I love that first series where it's the best of three. You saw two. Let's just say American League, right? If we were talking last week, we'd have said, hey, which I don't know why we forgot. We didn't really know what the teams were going to be.
Exactly.
But if we did, we would have thought Toronto was going to win the first game and the Rays. Maybe one of those two would get beat, not both of them. But the fact that both of them got beat yesterday, it's exciting. So
and guess what, JP,
anything can happen in 3-game series.
Because I didn't talk to you, and I wish I would have. Everybody was betting on the Rays yesterday. Everybody. It wasn't the car payment, but it was a couple of grocery bills. You know what I mean? That didn't get no groceries and stuff.
It'll be interesting. We'll see today, right?
We're gonna see. But what's our favorite sport? We love college football.
We love football for sure.
Dun 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 dun. JP loves his dog.
All right, so let's talk Friday night. Utah gets upset by Oregon State. What are your thoughts on that game?
I'm happy. I'm happy.
You're happy because it's payback, right?
The payback is Utah beat my Gators. The Gators, look, this is my team for 30 years, people. And Stallone's Italian eatery right up there, right? Has all of the memorabilia with the famous Brett Ramey, right? That will be here really soon, who blessed us with this beautiful place right off of Silverado Ranch in Bermuda. You know what I mean? That we're so blessed.
Kobe right there.
Right here.
I know it's not football, but.
Peace out to you, Mama. We love you. You and your daughter. Love them dearly. But let's go back to college
football. So it's 21-7 final. Oregon State bounce back win after getting beat by Washington State.
You know what? Oregon State is pretty good. They had a loss last week, right, to Washington State. And Washington State is very good. They play UCLA. Do you have any comment on that game? We were talking about that Pac-12, that Power Pac-12 last week.
I think that it's just anybody can. That's a tough conference, top to bottom right now. Pac-12 this year.
Right.
Kind of last year it'll be the Pac-12 as we know it. So they're going out strong. But
I agree with that.
So what are some other big games? Like what caught your attention this last weekend?
Well, we have a lot of Texas listeners. And I just want to say thank you for having us on BGC Sports Network. Thank you, Daryl Day. Thank you, people in Texas. Thank you, people in Oklahoma. But guess what? It is time. And I know it's the Red River Shootout.
Red River Rivalry
Red
week.
River Rivalry. Thank you.
This week, but we'll talk with. This is we got to talk recap first.
You gonna talk recap? Okay.
Yeah, that's to be continued. We can't jump into that game yet.
But let's talk about how we did this weekend on the recap, right?
So how about Notre Dame? Duke Notre Dame. It took last minute. They scored a touchdown at toward the end of the game. Last 2 minutes they scored. They went for 2-point conversion. They got it. So. That was a good game, back and forth, tough place to play. Duke played well, but not well enough. But Notre Dame, even though they lost to Ohio State in a close game, props to Notre Dame. As much as
props to Notre Dame.
Blue, I don't really want to say that, but
Notre
Dame
looking
solid. Good coach, good quarterback.
Road victory.
Yep.
Notre Dame.
So tough to win on the road.
Back-to-back road victories. And Duke is good, too. They just beat Clemson, we talked about last week. So, and guess what? Duke covered the game, too. They're getting 7.5. They only lost by 7.
And
right?
back to the Pac-12, Washington had to really, on the road as well, they won a close game against Arizona, but it took them down to the end to win 31-24. So that was a close game. Good game. But Washington still in the top 10, number 7 this week.
Top 10. And one thing about Washington, like to people who bet, Washington was covering that game. Arizona scored just a meaningless touchdown, right? But that's just for betting people and just for betting knowledge and stuff. But one game that really caught me was this barn burner game, if you like scoring. LSU and Mississippi. Now LSU was winning that game, was back and forth. The final score was 55-49, people. They scored 100 plus, you know what I mean, in that game. And I had LSU, right? But the over, which I really do like, they put it up. Mississippi scored a touchdown with a minute 30 left in the game.
And LSU already 2 losses. Plenty of people, you know, LSU is not a patient team, fan base, so they're already wanting coach fired after only a couple losses. But
now me being an SEC guy, that's pretty strong because Brian Kelly, you know, he came from Cincinnati, aka Notre Dame. You know, Notre Dame, Cincinnati.
So LSU fans not happy.
I don't know.
Sure.
I got to dig in your brain on that one, JP, because for them to fire a top tier coach
but I don't
after
think,
2 losses, really?
You know, that's the natural thing, right? If you're a Florida fan, maybe not you, but other Florida fans would be like, oh yeah, you know, we have higher expectations. So LSU, I think same thing, has high expectations. So
true. Let's just say, let's don't put the Bayou down on blast, all right? Let's just go ahead and say they going through the motions, okay? The rocky wave of the SEC. Big expectations in the SEC. But guess what? You said something about the Georgia game, right?
Yes, Georgia, talking SEC. Georgia, I thought was going to get beat toward the end. You know, it took them down toward the end to beat Auburn. Tough place to play. Auburn's always a tough place to play for teams. So, you know, props to Auburn. Auburn. You know, we'll talk later about next week. But I think Georgia, definitely a lot of people. There's a lot of talk that Georgia, you know, they're replacing their quarterback. You know, it's hard to replace
Stetson Bennett.
It's hard to replace somebody who's been there for so long, a quarterback that's established. So, you know, I think they got to watch out. You know, this week we're going to talk about that in a minute. But they play
I'm
Kentucky.
Say one thing about the Bulldog. Okay, it's like this. People in the ATL, Georgia fans, Georgia Nation, Bulldog Nation. A lot of your defense went to the Eagles. Stetson Bennett was a 5-year quarterback. He's gone. And oh my goodness, I just can't see you guys doing a 3-peat. The last team that's trying to go for a 3-peat was USC. And my man Vince Young, VY, right? VY went up with Texas. Let's not forget about Texas. But the beef is real big.
And then the last game, let's talk about, we talked about Colorado. That's been the kind of talk about, the talk because of Deion Sanders, Prime, bringing them back to prominence, which has been true, right? We talked about last week on the show. Would they win by 21? Would they lose by 21, or would they be competitive? They actually were getting beat pretty bad early, and then they came back.
Real bad.
So I think that's encouraging.
Was we not watching that game?
I was watching it down to the wire.
They was losing by 21 at one point, right? Were we not watching the game together? And all of a sudden, right, they just got it together and just lost the game by 7. Shedeur Sanders was actually congratulated by Buffalo people, right, for his heroic comeback. You see what I'm saying? So now Colorado, they play Arizona State next week, and Arizona State just lost to a Cal team, like a low D1 Cal team, right? And Colorado's only minus 5.5. Just like Prom said, people, take your shots now because he's only 4 players away. You know what I mean? So he expects the humility.
So we got a couple minutes left. Let's talk about the NFL, some big games in the NFL. What caught your attention this past week in the NFL?
Big game. Sunday night game. Cowboys at the Niners. And to me, with that doomsday defense I just been talking about so much, it's like this. That defense is so good that with the injuries the Niners have to Brendan Ayuk, Deebo Samuels, I got him on my fantasy. He gave me 0.
What was the surprise? Which game caught your attention last week? As far as, was there a surprise for you? Which game kind of stood out to you as as a surprise or
The
anything
game
like
that
that.
surprised me was the way how Miami got throttled by the Bills. I mean, like 48-20. You know, I mean, I didn't see it. We kind of predicted Miami, right, Cousin Faison? We said that Miami, I think Rob the Wiz, my barber, right? Wiz was saying slice it up as a dog play. But what caught you up with that?
I mean, I think we talked about the AFC being the toughest. It hasn't necessarily totally played out that way. It's you know, I think right now you got the Eagles and Dallas looking good. You know, Philadelphia. Even, you know, I thought Washington was actually going to win that game. Philadelphia held on. You know, Dallas bounced back this week. So, but Cincinnati now 1-3. Cincinnati is going to be, you know, at this point, I don't know if they'll make the playoffs.
Okay, well, speaking of that, we're going to close out. I'm going to close out one thing, America, about Cincinnati, right? Joe Burrow had the calf injury. Now he has an elbow injury. So, Bingo Nation, it ain't looking
It's
good.
not good, but it's
looking good.
A surprise team in the NFC. You got to say, the Buccaneers playing the Saints and going to the Saints and beating them in New Orleans was I think that's a big win.
That was a big
You
win.
know, Dallas blew out the Patriots, the worst loss for
38-3.
Belichick. So
Worst loss under a Bill Belichick, period, 38-3.
another exciting week. It was definitely another exciting week in the
so
NFL.
exciting. I just want to say one thing before we go to our commercial break. 702 Sports on the sideline went 3-1 on Saturday, and we went 5-1 in the NFL. So do your gorilla math and break down that percentage, right? And we'll be back to you in 2-2 with our special guests, Skyler, Rylee, and Nick, to make this funky ectoplasma green drink. And I've had it before back in the day. It's pretty tasty. And we'll be back in 2-2. Thank you.
Best Buddies is a nonprofit organization dedicated to creating opportunities for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Best Buddies helps create meaningful friendships, secure jobs, live independently, improve public speaking skills, and feel valued by society.
Currently, there are 30 school friendship programs in CCSD. There is also an adult friendship program called Citizens. Find out how you can join Best Buddies by emailing nevada@bestbuddies.org.
Go Best Buddies. Welcome back.
Thank you for tuning back in. This is my special guest right here. This is Skyler, Rylee, and Nick. And we know JP. These are my special guests from Best Buddies, who we love so much. And they have been preparing this special pre-Halloween ectoplasma drink that I will be taking a sip of. And I'd like to right now to pass the mic to Miss Skyler right here, and she can give you all the information of what the ingredients are and how they went about it.
Hi. We made this special drink today. It's from the Ghostbusters. If you saw the Ghostbuster movies, we have our drink. We have Torjitos, a Mexican soda drink that's mandarin, sugar, orange juice, lemonade, green dye, and water.
And as well as our special Tang drink mix. So this thing is those like way back in the day, you guys know, like, you know, Ghostbusters had a promotional item from High C, you know, Slimer drink, the Ecto drink. This is what we kind of recreated, and I don't know, it's an experimental thing, and you can only trust the internet for so long. So we're gonna pour this out here, and this is what we're gonna serve at the Care Fair, actually. And I might have to adjust the recipe and make sure, you know, if it's too bad or anything. So let me pour this out for you guys, because this is gonna
Awesome.
be ridiculous.
Let's do this.
We're guinea pigs. That's what you're saying,
Oh
right?
yeah.
I'm down.
I know he is. He's always up for that.
And look at that! Look at that! Look at that! It does look like a juice Slimer. It does. It's like green as all heck.
Thank you.
I got enough here
And as
for
they say in
everybody.
Ghostbusters, who you gonna call?
Good.
No, you can't drink it yet, dude. You gotta wait.
For everyone, Big Al.
Nah, take that sip. Do it. I want everyone to. There you go, Rylee.
All right.
Toast to
Yeah.
Best Buddies.
Yeah.
One more.
There you go.
What up, Dick?
All right.
Let's say one word. What's the one word we love in Best Buddies? Inclusion.
Inclusion.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Inclusion. Cheers.
All right.
Delicioso.
That's not bad.
That's not what I remember, but that's still pretty good.
It is.
That's amazing.
It is.
Oh, your manager got to take a sip of this.
Ooh, okay, that'd be me.
Yes, it is.
And my partner.
You want me to take a sip, Rylee? Oh, that's good.
Oh, everybody's got to take a sip of this.
I am cinnamon.
This would be like jungle juice to kids, man.
I taste a lot of sugar in it, for sure. High sugar concentrate.
Wow. More like no concentrate. I can't concentrate with that much sugar. That's like playground juice, man. This is gonna be for, what is his name? One-Legged Willie?
One-Legged Willie.
One-Legged Willie. That's One-Legged Willie's drink.
Now I want to raise up one more time.
One more
We're
time.
gonna say best buddies. I'm gonna come with an intro. Ready? Who you gonna call?
Best buddies.
Who you gonna call?
Best buddies.
Ghostbuster.
So let me see the mic maybe for one thing. So guys, this is Denise. I just wanted to say hi. So every first Saturday of the month, Creation for Cause has been going down with Best Buddies to the Care Complex.
Rylee.
And Rylee, well, you're part of Best Buddies, Rylee. On the first Saturday of every month, we collect donations, we set up a booth, and we interview the service providers at the Care Complex. The Care Complex is a service provider, and it's not really a shelter, but it provides a shower truck, men's and women's wardrobe. There's hygiene products, medical services, insurance. They're open from Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. On Saturday, I believe it is from 8 to 1, but don't quote me on those times. You can go to carecomplex.org to check out the exact times and find out how you can donate and get involved with the community. So I just wanted to get on camera. These guys have been amazing. The show is absolutely amazing. And if you're in the area this Saturday from 8 to noon, we will be at 200 Foremaster handing out donations. Best Buddies will be making their
no cooking show.
They're going to be giving out these drinks, and they're also going to be making sandwiches. And Jersey Mike's will also be one of the sponsors. So if you're homeless, you're in the area, or you know somebody that is in need of services, please stop on by. We would love to help you out, get you involved, or give you a big hug. Anyways, I'm going to get back to the show. Big Al, I'm handing you the mic. Creation for Cause. Thank you so much for letting me talk.
So I understand, Nick, that you're a big sports guy too, right?
I am actually. I actually also help run a trivia show online.
Wow.
And I got my own podcast.
What?
That's right.
What?
I'm a gamer of a different level. So you guys like sports. I like trivia, and I like what they call tabletop gaming. That Dungeons and Dragons, that Lord of the Rings, you know. But let's see how big. I just want to see how big of a sports fan you guys are. I got some trivia questions here.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna do my whole trivia question thing. All right. Let's go a little easy first. All right.
All right.
In motor racing, what color is the flag they wave to indicate the winner?
I know.
I got it.
Oh, what do you got?
Black and white.
What is it? What is it called though, man?
The checkered flag.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is
Bing,
correct.
bing, bing, bing,
All
bing,
right.
bing.
All right, this one might be a little too easy, but let's go with this one. How many holes are played in an average round of golf?
9.
An average round?
18 holes.
18 holes.
It's 18 holes.
18 holes for the average.
We're
round.
talking about the average guy.
average round.
Average round. Okay.
All right, we got one. We got another one. In what game is love a score?
I know.
Oh, tennis.
Tennis.
Oh man,
Tennis.
All right. Now I hear you guys are mostly football fans, so this one should be too tough for you guys.
All right.
In football,
No pressure.
how many points does a touchdown hold?
6.
6.
Yeah,
7.
that would be it, man. All right, let's a little bit harder. Let's go a little harder. How many sports were included in the 2008 Summer Olympics?
No idea.
Ooh, hold that one for a minute. Were included in the 2008 Summer Olympics.
gonna throw out a. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, throw out a number, man.
I'm gonna say 12. Just random.
Included?
Included.
Sports in the summer.
It's the Olympics, man. You gotta go higher than that, man. Come on, give me a double digit of something.
14.
Do it. 14? It's 28.
Wow.
28 of those. Here's another one. Here's a good one. A sporting event is held every year on Memorial Day. What is it though?
Baseball.
What kind of event is that? Like, what do you
It's
call
basketball.
it? Man? Are you sure?
No, it's baseball.
No, it's actually the Indianapolis 500. Every year.
Right. He gave us the clue,
Every
America. He
year,
said checker flag. He came with the checker flag trivia question.
All right, we got one more because this one should be fun. What is the only sport to be played on the moon?
Golf.
I go.
Yeah, they hit tennis. They hit golf balls off the moon.
That is right. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
correct. A round of golf
Yeah.
played off the moon.
Off the moon.
All right, we got one more, just one. How old was Tiger Woods when he won his first Masters? 24. Ooh, that's a good guess.
18.
18?
16.
21.
Wow.
Legal drinking age.
Wow.
Because you know he went for a shot after that, because I would have. All right. But yes, the trivia show I help host is actually called PB Quiz Whiz.
Oh, okay. I'll be
Pat
checking
Barnes
that out.
Quiz Whiz. Let me tell you something. That is all online, and this dude does it all himself. Prepares
Wow.
the script. I help with the questions.
Wow.
So it's a good ride. Like that's a really fun show, and it's inclusion. Like
Yes.
he brings everyone on. Skyler's been on an episode
Wow, Skyler,
about
right on.
Nevada. Like what is okay? This is an actual question from the show. What is Nevada's nickname? Is it A, the Gambling Hall of America, B, Sin City, or C, the Silver State?
Silver State.
Silver State.
That is right. Yes. Yes.
Silver
What?
State.
What? Yeah, right? Nah, I mean, good guess.
And do you know why I think they called it the Silver State?
Why?
Because of all the mining that's out here. They were mining for silver and for gold. And a lot of the miners found a lot more silver than gold.
That is exactly it. And you know what?
Double bonus points for Big Al.
That was-
double bonus points.
Let me
Hook
tell
'em
you
horns.
something.
Ah, hook 'em horns.
That was exactly an extreme sport back then. You know how hard those suckers worked? Mining was not an easy thing for them back then. You're talking about dehydration. You're talking about
Yes.
sunburnt. The heck? Like those miners were extreme sporting right there.
And one thing I found out being here in Las Vegas for a very long time, since 1978, is that with the mining also came the construction of the dam, our great Hoover Dam, and that right there brought a lot of work here. And with the dam being built here, what came after that? Casinos, because they needed people to spend their money. So mining and building of the great construction of the Hoover Dam that we have out here has brought everything to Las Vegas, which brought gaming, which brought myself, which brought a niece, which brought 702, which brought Best Buddies. Inclusion.
What was or who was the first person to open up, and what casino was it in
Opinions?
no
Was it California or something?
no
The first
who
casino.
was the first person to open up a casino, and which one was it?
Come on, locals. This is local trivia. We gotta know.
This is crazy. Wait for that.
All right, I think I got it.
Somebody Google it.
Go for it, because I got it wrong.
The Flamingo Hilton.
It was the Flamingo. But who ran it? Wait, but who ran it? Wait, who opened it?
Go get it!
Yeah, Bugsy Siegel. Bugsy Siegel was the person that opened it. Shortly after vanishing.
Sorry, say that again.
Shortly after it opened, he vanished
Yes, he
with
did.
his car. And it said that new foundation they put down just after his death, that's where he's buried with his car.
Wow.
Supposedly.
Wow.
There's lots of rumors in this town.
Oh yeah.
Lots of
You want to know the crazier one? I
What?
used to work in Caesar's Palace for security.
Oh, I used to work in Caesar's Palace.
Did you work
Okay.
in the Coliseum?
No, sir.
My company ran the Coliseum for a while.
Wow.
You know, for do security.
Okay.
I did overnights. If you want to talk about spooky, on the 3rd floor of where people stay,
Yeah.
you walk through it. You could smell cocktails being mixed when no one's there.
What?
You can smell cigar smoke, and you could hear footsteps of heels.
Wow.
On the 4th floor. On the 4th floor. Get this one. On the 4th floor.
And
There's
guess what?
there is one of the bars, one of them, that has a shaker on it. And the shaker, if you move it by the olives, it will move itself back when you walk back to it.
They got Ghostbusters in there.
They got ghosts,
Who you
man.
gonna call?
They got ghosts and spooks in there.
You're gonna call Nick, not Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call?
Maybe some green stuff.
This stuff,
drinking this
man,
ex- drinking this ectoplasma.
Picture. Oh, poor Slimer.
That is interesting.
me that.
And you know what? We're
Matcha,
coming with all this pre-Halloween spook festival trivia now. And I know we got a lot more coming next week because I'm gonna be calling Nick over the week to get some and you too, Rylee. Because we gotta get some spooky tales.
I'm gonna get some trivia for you guys for Halloween because I got a lot of that. A lot of that.
Dressing up for Halloween? If
I do.
I'm gonna bring a mask. I'm gonna bring a mask next week.
I'm gonna be Winnie the Pooh.
I am a baby cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
And you're gonna do what?
What are you, Nick?
I'm probably gonna dress up as Hawkeye Pierce.
All
Hawkeye
right.
Pierce.
You know who Hawkeye Pierce?
Oh yeah, I love MASH. That's some of the best ones, man.
Big gal, what have you?
When he wears his flannel shirt and a white shirt and dress shoes, he looks like a Motha evolved.
It's kind of funny. I wore a dress-up shirt and a Superman shirt underneath it during my uncle's funeral because we used to call him Superman. It's the funniest thing. If you actually watch me, take off my glasses and open up for the Superman shirt, I look like straight out of the comic book. Like, I'm just like,
I will be dressing up for Halloween. It's gonna be a surprise, and it won't be anything dealing with sports.
Jonas Brothers.
It won't be anything dealing with sports. It's gonna be back in the Renaissance age, because I always like that with the knights and armor and the king and queen. So it's coming straight from the Renaissance age.
you might want to definitely keep an eye on Al because I may come back and I may put him through a D&D experience. I'm gonna put him through a true sporting challenge and not a knight's jousting competition. We'll see how he does with that.
That'll be fun. That'll really be fun.
Gonna lay out a map and everything. It's gonna be wild.
Okay, my turn.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, here we go,
What do you got?
Big gal,
Big Al, you got trivia.
Go ahead.
where's your favorite song that Jonas Brothers song?
What's your favorite song by the Jonas Brothers?
Shoot.
Come on.
Sing it for him.
Oh no.
Sing it for him.
I don't have it.
Get jealous.
I don't know. That's like asking me a Taylor Swift question. I mean, I don't follow that. You know what I mean?
Give it to him, Rylee.
What is the best song, Rylee?
Ready? Riley's gonna sing it.
Waffle House.
Oh, it's Waffle House by the Jonas Brothers. You sing it? Give us a
Waffle
line,
House.
He's shy.
Sing it.
I don't know it by heart.
Yep.
Any of the lines?
I got nothing.
Come on, Rylee. Waffle House. Give us one line.
It's your favorite song. You talk about all the time.
She could give us the Red Cup song she sung.
Oh yeah, you got a red.
That I love the Red Cup.
Red soda.
Let's show you a cup. And get up. Let's show the party. Let's show the party.
You know what?
Yay!
Now I'm curious, Big Al. Do you know the Best Buddies chant?
Oh.
I don't. I need to know that. Can you guys educate me?
We are going
Can I
to
give
teach you
it,
guys
please?
Best Buddies chant. You
All
guys
right.
can use this anytime.
All right.
Okay, now there's a dance to it, but it's all it is just moving your arms. But we're just gonna teach you guys the words because the dance don't matter.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, ready, Sky?
Yes.
All right.
I want-
Best
Best buddies. Best buddies. Best buddies. Best buddies. BUDDIES. Best buddies. Best buddies. Yay! I like that. Best buddies.
Best buddies.
Best buddies. Best buddies.
BUDDIES.
Best buddies. Best buddies.
Matcha first, matcha. Yeah.
Okay, and we'll be back in 2 and 2 from our sponsors. Thank you, and we'll see you soon. This is Big Al,
And this is JP.
and we've got you covered with 702 Sports on the sidelines.
Check us out every Friday on the 11s and 5 Central and 9s and 3s Pacific on the BGC Sports Network.
And if you missed that, you can catch up right after on the 12s and 6s Central and the 10s and 4s Pacific. 2 stations
And more opportunity to listen.
right here on the BGC Sports Network.
And the BGC Sports Network too.
There it is. Check us out. And thank you for tuning back in to 702 Sports. Myself, Big Al, my guy JP, right? And Faison is now, we've had him on for 3 weeks now. He is homegrown into the family, people.
Yeah.
But right now, we are here at Stallone's Eatery. Beautiful Stallone's Italian Eatery.
Good food.
Good food. Got representing Raider Nation. Representing VGK and the Aces. And Mr. Brett Raymer, who we love the most. And soon he'll be walking through the door here soon. Yeah. That's a technical difficulty that my editor Mike over there, right, will be working on that. But look, first there are 2 games that we have to hit on. 2 games that were explosive. Explosive.
In college football, how can UNLV 4-1, man.
Yes, 4-1. And the thing about it is this, you ready? They are 5-0 against the spread. They covered to your big brother Michigan team, getting 30 gazillion points, but they averaged 40 points again, and we had them last week. We were worried about them covering against Hawaii. They played at Allegiant Stadium, and they put on a great show, 44-20, all with a first-year head coach. And UNLV used to be at the bottom of this. But now, JP had a game. He talked about Monday Night Football.
Well, Sunday night, what do you think
Sunday
about,
night?
we talked a little bit about Taylor Swift. Well, you didn't want to last week, but she was, there was not just Taylor Swift at the game. There was a lot of celebrities, a lot of, Ryan.
This is football, America.
Ryan
not
Reynolds.
Barbie and Kenya, right?
Look, Ryan Reynolds was there. Taylor Swift was showed a gazillion times. Talked about that the Giants game on Monday night even.
Yeah.
In something separate. But the game itself, Aaron Rodgers, by the way, they're talking about. He's saying he thinks he could come back this year. So we'll see. I don't know that it can happen, but if anybody can do it, I think Aaron Rodgers could do it.
I think
so we'll
so,
see.
too.
But Zach Wilson played out of his mind, the best game he's
Yes,
probably
he
ever
did.
played as a pro. Critical fumble, and they end up losing the game. Still close game. What you think
game.
about the game?
I mean, like
Mahomes, Kansas City doesn't play all that great. Gets on the plane, goes home with another victory.
This was crazy. You see, I'm scratching my beard, America, right? Because I had a 5-team parlay. Faison, cousin Faison. I had the 5-team beam. Okay, 5-team of beam parlay waiting on the Chiefs. I normally don't lay points. I laid 8.5. They won the first half, and guess what? The Jets outscored the Chiefs 8-3 in the second half. 8-3.
The Jets covered my ticket. I gotta find it in the trash can.
I'm like, oh my gosh. And the thing about this is the explosion. Patrick Mahomes, who had 3 turnovers in the first half, could have redeemed himself a minute to go at the 20, ran down and slid at the 5. I don't know no more, right? Patrick Mahomes on my fantasy, but you know, I just want to wrap that up. I'm just gonna wrap that up with that.
And I also want to mention the Texans. You know, they're the surprise team right now to me in the NFL. The Texans look good.
Oh yeah.
Beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know Steeler fans aren't gonna want to hear that.
Look
but
at Mara over there. She's got Steeler Nation. Unacceptable. And Mara, I'm sorry, I gotta say this. Cody Pickett, their young quarterback, second-year quarterback, has a bone bruise in his knee. And it ain't looking good. He left in the third quarter. Steeler
It says he
Nation.
might play this week still. We'll see.
But here, this is one of my special guests I want to show you. This is Plasma Pete. Okay? Plasma Pete will be something that we touch and grab, right? So we can stay in the matrix, right? With these great picks. Plasma Pete. Okay? So he's part of the family.
Is it a prediction? Does Plasma Pete predict if you touch it?
If you touch him right here,
Right there.
it is a winner. Because you see that streamline? He's giving me the vibe,
Okay, and he's giving you the info.
And Pete just told me this. JP, ready? Faison. Pete just said that the Red River rivalry shootout against Oklahoma and Texas, the total 62. Both teams are 5-0. The biggest game of college football this week. I'm taking the over, Red Rover, over 62 points. Taking it. What prediction do you like for college?
I don't know if I want to touch the Texas-Oklahoma game and call an upset. OU. Calling OU.
OU, baby.
Shout out to my best friend who's an Oklahoma fan, has been an Oklahoma fan as long as I've known him. We're in Texas on this radio station or on the on the network
too.
But I don't know. I'm sorry, Texas. I think it's a toss-up, but I'm gonna call Oklahoma. I'm gonna go out. I don't shy away from it.
Faison, what you think about the Oklahoma-Texas game? Both teams are 5-0.
Well, I mean, that first pick you had with the over,
Yes.
I think that's the best bet.
Thank you.
And then I have to ride with JP. I'm going to take the plus points with Oklahoma.
Okay. Now Texas is favored by 4.5, right? So, Longhorn Nation, you can win this game. I think you could cover the game. My cousin is a counselor at UT, right? And we talk all the time, right? And I've been following Big 12, Texas. They got high expectations this year, right? One of the Manning sons is a quarterback that's just waiting to get on the field, right? So I'm just interested in a lot of points. It's an early game in the morning, so weather shouldn't be a factor. These teams are going to come out and execute. The total's 62, right? Texas favored by 4.5.
I think there's gonna be a lot of points scored in that game every year to
thank
me.
you,
So
JP.
it'll be a lot of points scored.
Thank you,
Right
JP.
now, Texas has the better numbers. Their quarterback has better numbers. I'm looking. Their leading receiver has better numbers than Oklahoma's better receiver. That's their best receiver, and they have more rushing yards. Their running back does. So
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, on paper, it looks like Texas is gonna win and is the better team. But in that game, throw all those things out.
Okay, here's a Pac-12 game I want to talk about. I want to say if I talked about it 2 or 3 times. Faison, Washington State, Cam Ward, the quarterback. Washington State undefeated. They beat Oregon State last week they beat Oregon State.
Yep.
Right? They got to come to UCLA. And UCLA's favored by 3.5.
UCLA is in a tough position here. This is going to be a good game, another good game. I think it's going to be a shootout because honestly, both of the defenses is kind of iffy, but I do like Washington State with the plus points. I'm going to be scared and take the plus points because I like the Cougars.
So you say lots of points, right? So we could take the over at 58.5, right? We know Pac-12 like to score, right?
Oh yeah. It's a shootout. Showout.
I like Washington State in that game as well.
Right on. I like Cougars. Cougars, right? I like the Cougars, right? Oh, Spike says no, we don't like cats. We don't like cats. Spike, down.
Ain't talking about dogs. Now let's move to the Georgia game. Georgia, Kentucky.
Okay.
Can Kentucky go to Georgia and win?
I'm quiet. I'm speaking.
I say no, but I
One of these
think they
moments,
can, but I
people.
don't know that they will. I think you
One
got
of
to
these
pick
moments.
Georgia, but I'm rooting for Kentucky. Go Kentucky.
Me being a Gator fan,
Oh wow. You don't like either one of those teams.
I don't like any of those teams. Don't like Georgia. Don't want to see
Who wins
Georgia
that game?
repeat.
You
Kentucky
gotta
beat
pick
my
it.
Gators last week.
What are you gonna do?
Georgia will win. I don't know
Yeah, I
if they
think
cover,
Georgia wins.
but they'll win.
But I hope Kentucky wins.
Who
you got?
I like the underdog in this one. I'm gonna stick to it.
You picking Kentucky?
You hear
Stick
that?
to it.
I like it.
That's the screamer alert.
So
That
we
is
talked.
the
Let's go back to
screamer.
LSU. We talked about LSU in the recap and their fans not being happy. Can LSU bounce back and beat Missouri? 23-21 matchup, but they're at Missouri.
You-
They're gonna lose again. I think they're gonna lose again.
I think they're
Missouri.
gonna lose again too. I think they're gonna lose
Sorry,
again too.
LSU.
Sorry, LSU.
I got no dog in a fight. but
Sorry,
I, think
LSU.
I like
I had
Missouri in that
LSU
game.
last week. That team has no defense. They got more holes than Swiss cheese in that defense, right?
Pass rush is terrible. Pass rush is terrible.
Pass rush is terrible. Now, can we move to the NFL JP on the games we
Let's
talking
do
about?
it. Well, before we go, we haven't talked. Before we move from college,
Go ahead.
go blue. They haven't
Go
really
Blue.
played any hard games yet all year,
Go Blue.
but they beat the crap out of the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Oh, they
so
did.
I personally am always happy when we beat Nebraska.
Go Blue.
Sorry, Nebraska, but it wasn't even close. We put in our second string, starting in like pretty much the early in the third quarter. So that's all I have to say. But it was a
and
complete
if
game.
I'm correct, is it
looking good.
Harbaugh back?
Harbaugh's back. Yeah, he
Harbaugh's
had
back!
Harbaugh's been back a couple weeks.
Harbaugh.
Michigan playing great, and more and more people in the national media are talking about Michigan being the team to beat, and
Because they
so
got to
we'll
play Ohio State, and that is
end
a
of the year.
huge.
Oh, they're gonna beat Ohio State, but we'll
Huge
talk about that
game.
later in the year.
All right, so let's go to week 5 of the NFL. Okay, and I don't have a plethora of games right here, so I like to apologize because there's just a few games and so little time because I have to bring on my beautiful guests from Best Buddies. I have to bring them on to make this ectoplasma drink. So, the Jags play the Bills, and the Jags are going to be in London for a second straight game.
Bills are gonna win that game.
You know what? I like the Bills.
Buffalo's gonna win, I think.
I do. So what you think, Faison? What you think, man?
I like Buffalo.
Buffalo?
I like Buffalo for sure.
All right.
I think Buffalo and San Francisco playing best football right now, pretty much in the
Yes, they
NFL.
are.
So I think
They
they
are.
win that game. I think Buffalo wins.
All right, so let's go with the Dolphins are back at home. When they were at home 2 weeks ago, they crushed the Broncos 70-20. They come back at home and they play the Giants.
They're gonna crush the Giants.
Crush.
I believe it's gonna be a huge win.
Crush.
Remember when they scored 70 points not too long ago? Okay, I'm not gonna say they're gonna score 70 points, but it's not gonna be pretty.
It's not going
I
to be
think they're gonna win easily. I mean, the Giants have to come back, but I mean, they did not look good on Monday night. Jones threw some horrible throws, some bad
Horrible.
interceptions. So
horrible. And they speaking of that game, talking about Daniel Jones, the Seahawks beat the Giants on Monday Night Football. Cousin Faison, Dolphins covered this, right?
I'm going first half Dolphins, and I have player props as well. All the defensive player props, bet them for the Dolphins team. You're going to be
There you
loaded.
go.
So let's
loaded.
talk. Are the Raiders gonna win? Are the Raiders gonna win against? They play Monday Night Football against Green Bay. Packers are coming here. Can the Raiders win at home this week? Can they bounce back? Green Bay needs a bounce back win.
Donald is a good young quarterback. Raiders going through a lot of issues with the team, right? Chandler Jones,
Released.
their good defensive end. He got released. He's been going through some issues. Jimmy G, he's hurt. I was seeing something
They
on
want
TV.
for the coach. They've been the fans talking to the owner at the game in San Diego, saying do the right thing. And
That's right.
fire McDaniels.
That's right. I did hear about that from one of my coworkers. I heard about that. They was talking about how Mark Davis was sitting where the fans were because he was on the road, and a lot of Raider fans that were at SoFi was telling Mark Davis to make some moves. And to me, he just went like this. I heard he did a Joe Pesci casino move. Think about it. Just think about it.
So
You know what I
I
mean?
think Green Bay wins that game, though. I think the Raiders are in trouble, and the Green Bay wins it.
You know what? I got no comment because I love Raider Nation. They represent Vegas, right? I have no comment in it. But one game I do have a comment on is this game. The big game. Sunday night, prime time, everybody watching. Cowboys at the Niners.
San Francisco.
You hear it? No
San Francisco
hesitation.
until they lose. I mean, it's at
No
home.
hesitation.
I think, I just can't see them losing that. I mean, it could be a close game, but I think Brock Purdy is going to be the difference. I think I take him. I like him over Dallas.
I got one thing to say. I've been talking to America about Dallas defense, right? And I've been talking about this young quarterback, Brock Purdy, the one-year wonder, I call him. He's the boy wonder. Like Robin and Batman, he's the one-year boy wonder. And now he got to go up against Micah Parsons. Faison, you see him shaking his head, right?
Ah, man. I got a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah. It's bad.
What do we do with bad taste?
I don't know, but what about Bosa? On the other side, you got Bosa as well. So Bosa's been playing out of his mind. San Francisco's been playing great defense as well. So
you true.
Two great teams. Dak, I just think Dak Prescott, when the stakes get high, makes mistakes. So
I got one thing on the skinny on this game. This is the reason why I'm riding with Cowboy. Last time they was on the road, what happened? They got upset to the Cardinals, right? Boom! You know what I'm saying? Upset to the Cardinals. I don't think they lose 2 consecutive road games, America. Go, Cowboy Nation, with my goosebumps on top of my goosebumps. I do not like the Niners. That's just a team that just got a bad taste in my mouth, right?
So then in the other sports, we like the Aces to win game 1. Aces win.
Aces wins game 1. Go, Aces, go. Go. Asia Wilson will have 20 points in this game. Kelsey Gray, give me double dig, right? Plum, double dig. Let's go, woman. Let's go. Let's go, Aces.
So in the American League, who do we like? Who do we like next week? We think is going to come out of the first round. You think the Blue Jays?
No, I don't think the Jays.
You think Toronto's going to get beat in this series?
Yeah, because they're going up against Sonny Gray today.
What about the Rays?
The Rays, they're playing right now. Once we wrap up the show, I'll be having my eyeballs tuned into that, America, so we can talk about that next week, right? But really, don't forget, the Knights hockey starts next week. And I like to close the show right now. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back here in 2 and 2 with Best Buddies.
This is closing the show out.
Okay.
Okay, so what do we pick up from?
No, but before that, 1 second, because we talked about the 2 AL. We have to talk about
the NL.
Yeah, hold on.
Got you. Okay.
Talk about that first, then you're closing the show. You are not we're cutting out.
Oh, I'm not going to commercial.
No.
Okay, and we'll see you next week from 702 Sports. Okay.
Okay, so back. So then I'm gonna go.
NL.
I got you. I got you. And so
What's the NL?
And so who do we like? Hold on, I got it. It's
Phillies. Talking about today's games.
Right, but so for
Or
next
Jim.
week when we do next week's shows, we talked about who we think is gonna win the series.
Okay, this is win the series. Phillies and who's the
hold
other
on.
NL joint?
Yeah, hold on. Brewers down.
Huh?
Brewers. Yeah, Brewers.
I got you. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So Al, so what do you think in NFC? In the
NL.
National League, do you like? So they say the Phillies. You think the Phillies are going to come out of that division?
The fighting Phillies, the team that took my Braves out
Or the
3 games
Marlins?
to 1.
Can the Marlins make it interesting? No.
Nah,
Phillies.
because the Phillies play the Marlins so many times during the year.
We like the Phillies.
We like the Phillies.
And what about Brewers, Diamondbacks? You think?
I almost sound like a beatbox.
Can Arizona? I like Arizona. I'm gonna call it.
You know, that's a big dog. That's a dog. And the Brewers are so inconsistent.
I think they're gonna do the
We're
upset.
going with the Snakes, Mara. We got a lot of snakes out here, people over here in this desert over here. So we rolling with the snakes. Plus Arizona's our next door neighbor. So now, Faison, I'm sorry, cousin, blood of my blood, kin of my kin. Who do you like in the NL?
Were you gonna ask me that?
Now, what about the Phillies? The fighting Phillies?
Phillies got it. Phillies got this series on lock.
So we didn't ask you on the American League. Who do you like? Do you like in the Rays series?
Rays don't come back. I don't think. All right, actually,
believe you guys
I'm
are
gonna
writing
switch
the
up.
Rays off.
I'm gonna switch up. Rays might come back. Rays will come back.
They
but
can't fight.
Blue Jays gotta go.
You think the Blue Jays are going to
Blue
get
Jays
beat?
gotta go.
Okay.
They have no
Jays.
no bullpen.
Okay, so we just gave you our predictions of today and going into next week, right? We're finishing out this wild card round, and I'd like to just say thank you, JP.
Big Al.
Thank you, cousin Faison.
Thanks,
Okay?
Faison.
And we will be giving you another great show. Oh, thank you to BGC Sports and everybody out there in Oklahoma and everybody out there in Texas.
Sorry, Texas, for picking against you.
He said that kind of quietly, rooting against you though. But I got Texas winning. We both
I got
like
nothing but love for Texas.
Exactly, and we got hook 'em horns, hook 'em horns. You Texas people know what I'm talking about. Lots of points. My lovely manager, Mara. Let's get us some TV time right here with her Steeler Nation. I'm gonna be rooting for Cody Pickett to get healthy. And we'd just like to say goodbye. We'll give you another great show.
Talk more
next
NHL
week.
next week.
Yes, with the opening week. And Willie,
Go Golden Knights.
Willie with that Charger victory.
Yeah, well, you know, Al and JP, I just love this show, and I really want to thank you for allowing me to be here. I don't say much, but when I do, I say it with love for all of you. All right, Chris for cause, Chris for cause.
Creation for cause. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.